Welcome back to A Minute with Alan. This episode is called Hit by Lightning. You might want to fly with me because I've been on airplanes that have been hit by lightning 5 times. What are the chances there'll be a 6th? You're probably safe with me. Now I've got 4 million air miles. I started flying seriously in 1972 and I flew as an exchange student in 1967 on 707. So of the 5 times I was hit, 3 times were inconsequential. And you didn't really notice it too much. You knew something had happened. And the pilot announced, don't worry about it, we're fine. The other 2 times, not so much. One of those times, we were taking off from Newark Airport in a DC-10. This was the plane with the engine back there in the wing, in the horizontal tail. And it was a thunderstorm out of Newark Airport. Now, back in those days, planes took off and landed in anything. It wasn't like today where you get a little shower and the airport closes. And I was flying coach at the time. It was my younger days. But there was nobody on the plane. It was probably 20% filled. So I was in the back with 5 seats across in the middle. 5 seats across to myself. And so I was happy as a lark. And the plane takes off in this thunderstorm. And we were probably 200 feet off the ground. I'm sure the landing gear was still down, when I heard a rifle shot and the inside of the plane lit up like an incandescent bulb. And the next thing I knew, I was on the floor with the seatbelt around my neck. And I struggled to get up. And people are in shock all around me. And then you hear the PV. The PV is the pilot voice. And the pilot says, ladies and gentlemen, some of you might have noticed a small shock upon takeoff. That was lightning, and we have lightning bolt detectors and all kinds of safety features. So there's no worry. Just relax and enjoy the trip. Meanwhile, people around are trying to recover each other from this thing. So we all caught our breath, and the flight otherwise was uninterrupted. The other time, the 5th time, was when I was flying from Providence here to Newark on Continental Air. And this flight from Providence to Newark in the air was about 20 minutes. So after you take off and you get to flying altitude and then you descend to land, it's only about 22 minutes. And Continental served a hot breakfast. When you took American Airlines on that same flight, sometimes they announced they wouldn't even serve you coffee or drinks because they were afraid of turbulence. And the flight attendants would sit around, smoking weed. I kid, but not by much. And so we're having this hot breakfast and everything, and I'm in the bulkhead seat in first class at the window, and there's a guy next to me on the aisle. And as we're eating our breakfast, we feel a bump under our feet. Bump. Everybody in first class felt it. I don't know about the back. But we looked at each other, and he said to me, "What was that?" And I said, "We hit something." Well, sure enough, pilot comes on a little later and says, "It was lightning, folks. Don't mind a little jolt." Easy for him to say, huh? I'll tell you one more experience that wasn't lightning. We're flying on Emirates Air, my favorite international airline. And in first class, they have private cabins. Door the whole business. You have your own snack area, your own everything. It's wonderful. And the beds are beds. So we're flying to Dubai from Boston. I don't know, it's about a 12-hour, 16-hour trip. It's long. We're on our way to Beijing. And I can sleep on airplanes. So my wife had the adjoining compartment over here. I was here, she was here. And there is a divider. But the divider can go up and down, controlled by either party. And so I'm sound asleep. And all of a sudden I feel this violent shaking. And I wake up and it's my wife shaking me. And she says, "Wake up." And I said, what is it? She says, "Feel the turbulence." And so for the first time I paid attention, and sure enough, the plane is going up and down like this. I said, "Well, why did you wake me? What do you want me to do?" And she said, "I'm not suffering alone."